Saucing bass, yeah.
Yo, what is going on, guys? This is your boy Basics here, and I have a very touchy subject to talk about today. I usually don't do like vlogs like this, or I guess face-to-face cameras, unless it's just on my webcam or just, I don't even know, because I don't really do videos like that anymore. But basically, the reason, before I tell you what the actual topic is, other than reading the title, this is actually coming from a podcast live stream that I watched from Aaron Endicott, and he also had a video that he had made. I'm gonna put that down in the description below, along with his channel and his social network or whatever. But basically, he was explaining in his video that if you're gonna do a job, right, instead of doing the job, you have to realize if you're gonna make a career out of it or not. And in order to make a career out of it, you have to have a passion for it. And he says the biggest problems with designers, editors, and anybody else that's within the community, the COD community, or just the gaming community itself, and those outside of it, the reasons why most of us fail is because we don't actually have a passion for it. Now, that's not word verbatim at all. I think it might be that's word verbatim, not word verbatim, whichever one. Basically, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's saying this 100%, but this is what I'm taking from him saying everything. And basically, how he explained it was, most people get the idea that they can just, say for photography, right? He just got into it. And so, say people aspire to be just like him and find something that's inspiring to them, right? They see that he's getting these promotions, he's getting this and that, he's getting opportunities, and he's actually having fun, right? So people will go and buy this maybe $500 to $1,000 camera, right? Thinking that they're about to be maybe a photographer for G Fuel or whatever the case may be, right? And so he's saying most people don't actually have the passion for it. They just see how, they just kind of hope to get lucky in a sense. And basically, I had to look at that video to finally realize that I don't have an extreme passion for designing as I thought I did. Now, as far as me actually doing designing, yes, I'm pretty good at it. I'm not going to say I'm the best. I'm not going to say the worst, because most people wouldn't actually toot their own horn. You got to be humble about it. But my thing was, in my opinion, I have an eye for how things should look, and I have a good idea of what colors match and don't match, stuff like that. But necessarily, I don't always think about designs when I do design, if that makes sense. So it's like, most designs that I go into, I'm either just seeing what looks good, or just throwing on a bunch of stuff, overlaying it, color dodging it, seeing if it looks good, which is kind of fine, but at the same time, I feel like I need to have a purpose when I'm actually doing it. Every time that I do something for like a client or whatever the case may be, I just feel like I'm doing the same style, so whenever I change it up, it doesn't come out right, because I'm so used to seeing other people do stuff that's higher than what I'm doing, where I'm trying to get away from the trends that most people do. And most of you guys know the little, I guess you can call it like a curve or a swirl that people do. It's basically with like a bunch of satin and stuff on it. It goes from like light to dark, basically. Well, light could be light to dark, but basically it goes from light to dark. And most people do this style. It's been in the community for about 2 to 3 weeks, because supposedly it was in someone's pack and people have been overusing it. Me, I thought you used a pen tool, and that's what I've been doing. I made my own little idea of it, just because I didn't want to copy, and I didn't even know anything about the pack in the first place. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, me personally, I have the passion for it, but at the same time, it's not that important to me. Yes, I like to go into like Twitch streams, which I'm probably going to eventually do, and make designs for people. But I'm also trying to get out of the whole COD scene and all the Twitter headers and AVIs and stuff like that. I guess trying to focus on ads and poster work and stuff like that, get a different outlook, because everything else is just, I wouldn't say useless work, but there's no really point in it. I mean, like I said, most of my general knowledge and direction is coming from Biggie, which is, Aaron Endicott. That's who I used to know him for and everything like that. So, like I said, it's a big ups for him for finally coming out and telling everyone about it. like I'm saying, like every designer that I follow has a different story to tell and a different perspective on designing. Me, I have my own, but I just don't feel confident enough to actually go and further it that much. Like I plan on minoring in designing, but I really want to be a physical therapist to actually help people in the world. Not saying that this is not helping people at all. Like don't get that wrong. But I just don't see myself really that passionate about it. Because back when I was younger, when I would do designs or when I would do like drawing, it wasn't the normal drawings. Or I'm not naturally that good at drawings, unlike most people or some people that I know. So like it's kind of that balance between I really don't got it, but at the same time I do have it. Like I can picture it, but I can't really make it unless it's on a computer. But then again, I'm starting to reuse styles, and I like to be unique as possible and create my own styles, but at the same time, you don't really get. I guess you don't really get exposure for it, depending on what kind of community you're in as well. But I mean, that's really all I have to say about that. As far as coming back to YouTube, like it's really hard to because there's so much stuff I want to vlog, but at the same time, I kind of just want to enjoy the moment rather than have to pick up a camera every 5 seconds or that. And I really don't do much anymore other than play games, design occasionally, and just chill out with friends every once in a while. But I really don't go anywhere. And if I do get the job, then that's going to be more full-time type deal. Like I still won't have really time to vlog except for when I'm off and stuff like that, but I might be sleeping then. So depends on how everything works out. I might vlog here and there, but other than that, I really don't see much happening with it. As far as speed arts, for some reason, I can't do speed arts that well because I don't design straight. Usually if I do a design, it's about 5 or 6 hours in between. And like, cause usually, like I said, I play a lot, or I'm on YouTube or something, talking with someone. I'm not constantly just designing for the whole time, just because I feel like how some people say how you can design something, then you look away for a little bit, or you leave, take a break, come back and look at it from a fresher mind, and then it probably changes your perspective, and then you can change what needs to be changed. So you can look at the same canvas for forever and not see anything wrong with it. You leave, come back, and then something's wrong. So that's basically my views on everything. As far as I guess I can talk about it in this. As far as the way the community is now, especially how the whole phase, how they got exposed, quote unquote, by that one dude for freaking likes and retweets, that just shows you how much the community is actually going down a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to keep bashing on the community, but at the same time, people eventually need to realize to grow up a little bit, just because it's like, why does it matter what people do? The way the internet is set up is you choose the way you want to live your own life. I don't see why everyone's so caught up on people setting a role model or leadership. My thing is, if you're raised right and you do right, then it shouldn't matter what you see on the internet or what you do. It's just as simple as what you really choose in your heart to do. And it's really that simple. Just like with designing, I see a bunch of people who do the same styles. I can either choose to do the same style or do my own thing, or just don't do it at all. And it's really that simple. My thing is just don't let people influence your decisions and just think for yourself. That's really that simple. But then again, the community is like really young people too, so it is what it is. I'm not really sure how long this video is, but I really do thank you for sticking through the whole thing, and hopefully I can come back. I just got my new controller, so I can start making more videos. More than likely, I don't know if I'm gonna make videos. I might do 2 to 3 a week, if that. I know I said it in that last video, but on the start. But like I said, every time I do videos like that, and I get that nostalgic feeling of making videos, it's fun. But at the same time, as soon as I have nothing else to do or nothing to post or no content to make, because I'm not trying to clickbait 24/7, and there's really nothing for me to post, so it gets kind of, I wouldn't say boring or annoying, but it gets kind of a wasted time sometimes, if that makes sense. But like I said, I'm not really trying to drag this out anymore. I don't know how good the quality is right now, but and by the way, that whole beeper thing again, I don't even know if I'm gonna cut it out like I did in the last video. I might just have to just let it flow. But yeah, like I said, just make sure you guys just think for yourselves. But nevertheless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go check out Aaron's videos, and his social media, because I mean, like I said, these people inspire a lot of people, and they even give you a new sense on how design should be perceived, or even anything past that, even if you're a trick shot or whatnot. Deciding on teams, stuff like that. You know, anything can help. But this is being more basics. Hopefully I didn't extend that out way too long and over talking everything else. But I think I already said this being more basics. Make sure you guys live the longest lifestyle to the fullest, and make sure you guys have a blessed day, and just keep doing something that you're passionate about. That's simple. That's simple. Yeah. This has been a lot of mess ups, kind of sort of. I think it's kind of fun. But nevertheless, I will see you guys later.